Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to my first episode of Let's Play Pokemon Fire Red. Okay, let's get started. Alright, some pointless advice we don't need. As everyone knows this shit. Okay. And whatever. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Blah, blah, blah. World of Pokemon, so amazing. Yeah. We heard it the first time we played this game. Alright, now, this, of course, is the part of the game where we get to pick our name and our rival and everything, and we're introduced to Professor Oak. Now, fans of the original Pokemon cartoon will recognize this face immediately. He was the one of the main characters in that show. I wouldn't really say main character. He always guided Ash along and always had good advice for him. Just an all-around, immediately recognizable character to Pokemon fans. Now, he will just basically be explaining to us about how Pokemon are in this world and they're very important. Okay, now I'm a boy, but I will admit the sprite for the girl character is extremely good. Nintendo did a really good job compared to some of the other ones, in my opinion. Alright, now, my real life name is Henry, so that is what I'm going to be making my character's name. Alright. Alrighty. Now, this is Oak's grandchild. He can't remember his grandson's name, which is sad. Now, right here you will see Gary. Once again, another little throw out to the Pokemon cartoon. Gary Oaks was Ash's rival in the Pokemon cartoon. Just sort of neat, I thought. But no, I'm going to be naming my rival after one of my good friends from school who is also has a name that begins with G and is also a great Pokemon master, in my opinion. No, I'm just kidding about that part. But he is a huge Pokemon fan. Greg, I love you, and, yep, you get the honor of being my rival. Oh, jeez, Oak, I hope you can remember your grandson's name. Alright, now, we are now going to the start of the actual game. Right here, we are in our room, and if you go to your PC, you can get a, free potion. If you hit item storage and withdraw, you can withdraw one free potion. Now, let me talk a bit about Fire Red itself. Fire Red is actually the Game Boy Advance remake of one of the Pokemon games from 1999, I believe it is. It's actually a remake of Pokemon Red and Blue, as is seen by them trying to set the time period by having an NES right here. Although in the original game, it would say your character played with the SNES, which is obviously the Super Nintendo. But I thought that was kind of neat of Nintendo to do to set the atmosphere a bit. Just, you know, just shows a little extra time that Nintendo put into this game. Okay. Basically, she's telling us it's time to go on I don't want to talk to you again. Is going to tell us that we're going to go on our adventure now, and that we need to find Professor Oak. Right here is our hometown of Pallet Town. Once again, a lot like the cartoon. Right down there in the bottom, right is Professor Oak's laboratory. Right here is Greg's house, and right there is our house. If you go up here, Professor Oak will run over and say it's dangerous to go in those patches of tall grass because wild Pokemon can come out and hurt us. Well, you know where this is going if you're an original Pokemon player, but I always thought it was kind of weird that an older man just invited us to go to his house, like, hey, let me give you my balls. Yes, we are not even 5 minutes into this Let's Play, and I have already made a joke that a 6th grader would obviously make. But hey, I feel like a 6th grader again playing Pokemon, so whatever. Yes, Professor Oak, tell us about your balls. Ha ha ha, balls. Oh, there's Greg. He wants Professor Oak's balls really bad because he's getting a little impatient over there. I'm just kidding. Enough with that joke. That's going to get old extremely fast. Now, there are 3 Pokemon here. All of them are very good. Bulbasaur is very quick to level up, has a lot of benefits early game. Charmander is slow to level up, has a lot of benefits late game, and is probably the strongest of the 3 when you're finally done with him. But right here in the very middle, we got Squirtle. Squirtle doesn't level up as fast as, what's his name? Bulbasaur, but not quite as slow as Charmander. And he's also geared towards defense, which I like. I like defensive Pokemon. I just always have. And Squirtle, out of these 3, ever since Red and Blue, has been my favorite of these 3 Pokemon. So we are going to go with him. Alright. Now, yes, I would like to give a nickname, and I already have one picked out. I'm going to be naming my Squirtle Raphael. Now, if you're a freaking bookworm, you're like, why are you naming your Pokemon after a Renaissance era artist? Well, no. I'm naming my Pokemon Raphael after the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Raphael. One, because I always liked Raphael. I thought he was a pretty cool guy. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was one of my favorite cartoons. Now, down here, we will be getting our first rival battle. One of many to come. Now, basically how Pokemon battles work, in case you didn't know, I assume you do know how they work. Basically how these work is, you just beat each other up until one of you guys faints. Yep. And he's just going to explain us that. But I think I can do a better job by showing and explaining to you more in depth. Now, here we go. Each of the starter Pokemon comes with 2 moves. It comes with one damage inflicting move and one move that will lower one of their stats. I have Tail Whip, which lowers the defense stat, and I have Tackle, which deals damage. So we're going to go for Tackle. And as you can see, the Bulbasaur attacked first. That is because Bulbasaur's speed stat is higher than my Squirtle's speed stat. And that's because Squirtle is geared towards defense. So, yeah, he takes a little bit of a loss to his speed stat, but that's alright. I think that defense, in my opinion, is a better stat worth having than speed. Now, also, might as well cover the basics while we're at it. You can also go to your bag and use things like potions to regain health. You can, when we get more Pokemon, we can switch them out, but of course we don't have any. I didn't expect them to start talking here. And if this was a wild battle, we could just run away. But nope, trainer battles you cannot run away from. So, there is absolutely no skill to this battle. You just keep on basically mashing the A button and tackling. It is actually possible to lose this battle. It has happened to me more than you would expect. I think I lost it twice in a row on one of my Emerald playthroughs. That was a pain in the ass, I am telling you. But what happens is they can score a critical hit, and if you win this battle, you will always get that level up. If they score a critical hit on you, they do double the damage, so obviously that puts them out in front. And that'll basically hurt you a lot. Now, Oak's just going to tell us that we're all awesome and stuff. Alright, now Greg's going to complain that he picked the wrong Pokemon, which he's full of shit because he picked the type advantage over me. Now, we have like a minute left. I can show you one more thing. If you go to your Pokemon, you can check their, this thing right here called Nature. Now, I'll actually show you real quick. Right here is a Pokemon's nature. Now, a Pokemon's nature will affect how it grows when you level it up. Serious nature, I cannot think of off the top of my head what that levels up. It might be special attack, but I'm not absolutely sure. But we'll get into that in a later video. That's a kind of a hard concept to get. But not really. Alright guys, we're just going to go right back up to our house. And I gotta make sure I'm not too over the 10-minute mark, or else I will not be able to upload this video to YouTube. Alright. Just rest up at your mother's house, get your Pokemon healed back up. And, okay. I think this is where I'm going to leave off, my friends. This is the first video, and I would hope to make a series out of it. I really, really love the Pokemon games, and I consider myself someone that knows a bit about Pokemon. I would love to share some of that with you. So yeah, tune in next time where we will head north.